What if I told you that one of the cutest games you'll ever play is also about sacrifice, indoctrination, starvation, and ritual murder? Welcome to Cult of the Lamb, a game where you run a cult, manage followers, fight eldritch gods, and somehow still feel bad when your favorite follower dies of old age. Today, we're talking about what Cult of the Lamb actually is, why people like me can't stop playing it, and why this game has become such a cult classic as of this present time. Cult of the Lamb is an indie game developed by Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital. At its core, it's a mix of genres that really shouldn't work together, but somehow does. You play as a small adorable lamb who is sacrificed by an old faith, only to be saved by an ancient, chained god known as the One Who Waits. In exchange for your life, you're given a mission: build a cult, grow its power, and eventually kill the gods who sacrificed you. Gameplay is split into two main parts. First, roguelike dungeon crawling, where you fight enemies, collect resources, and recruit followers. Second, cult management, where you feed your followers, keep their faith high, perform rituals, and occasionally decide who lives and who gets sacrificed. It's cute, it's dark, and it's surprisingly deep. So, why do people love Cult of the Lamb so much? First, the contrast. Everything looks adorable: bright colors, cartoon animals, soft animations. And yet, the themes are genuinely dark. You're not just running a village, you're indoctrinating followers, you're punishing dissent, you're deciding whether faith is built through love or fear. The contrast is what makes the game memorable. Throughout the game, Cult of the Lamb constantly asks you uncomfortable questions. Do you imprison a follower or sacrifice them? Do you feed your cult questionable food or let them starve? Do you become a benevolent leader or a tyrant? And the best part? The game doesn't judge you. Your cult becomes a reflection of you. And that's honestly where most of the replay value comes in. Despite everything though, the game is oddly relaxing. There's something satisfying about organizing your cult, upgrading buildings, and watching your followers pray, and slowly turning chaos into order. Now, let's talk about some fun and interesting facts about Cult of the Lamb. Followers aren't just nameless NPCs. They can develop traits: lazy, jealous, terrified, loyal. Those traits can completely change how your cult functions. You will get attached, and the game knows that. At the heart of the game, there are rituals. But these rituals are more than flashy animations. They define your cult's identity. From resurrection, to sacrifice, to brainwashing your followers into blind loyalty, every ritual shapes how your cult survives. Since release, Cult of the Lamb has received several major updates. These add new systems, new challenges, and even more reasons to return. Cult of the Lamb is one of those games that doesn't feel finished and forgotten. It keeps evolving over time. So, why should you play Cult of the Lamb? Why do I play Cult of the Lamb? Because no two runs are the same. Because it lets me tell stories through chaos. Because it balances humor and darkness better than almost any game I've ever played. And honestly, because it's fun to embrace the role of the leader, even if everything inevitably goes wrong. This game doesn't give you mechanics, it gives you moments, stories, regrets, and sometimes, sacrifices. This is Cult of the Nerds, and this is just the beginning. If you enjoyed this breakdown, stick around. We're building a community here. Slowly, chaotically, and probably very poorly. But please subscribe if you want to see this community grow. I hope to see you in a later video. Thank you for watching.